Hey, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Jim Stevens here. I just want to give you a little overview of how CTFO's compensation works. So let me ask you a quick question. Would it be okay if you never had to go back to work again for the rest of your life? And unless, of course, you love your job and you want to do it for free and just donate your salary, that'd be cool. But would that be okay? And most people we ask, they say, absolutely, that'd be awesome. How do I do that? Simple. All you have to do is figure out a way to accumulate about 2,000 people in your network marketing organization. Now, before you get too depressed, we already know you don't know how to do that. Nobody does when they first start. But what we do know is you could learn a simple system where you can accumulate, say, 3 people and then add a couple more in 90 days, okay? If you can do that and then do what we call just a rinse and repeat and do that 5 times. Let me ask you this, how many people do you think you'd have in your organization if you did that? 3 plus 2, so there's 5. 90 days, rinse and repeat 5 times. Most people, you can whip out your calculator and try and figure it out, but here's the number. 3,905 people. And we would call that, honestly, hitting the bullseye. Okay, but now, here's what we need to keep in mind. Any business has to move some kind of product. Well, obviously we have CBD products, the best on the planet. We now have a patented 10x Pure, 10 times more powerful, patented world exclusive. We've got diet products, weight loss products, skincare products, pet products. If you can't find a way to move some kind of dollar volume, you're just not trying, okay? What kind of dollar volume are we talking about though? Well, we're going to build this on the average person moving $100 a month in what we call business volume, and the company counts that as $50 of commissionable volume. Now here's where CTFO is head and shoulders above everybody, because every company has a business volume, commissionable volume split. The difference is this: CTFO says, you know what? We can live on our half. So the $50 difference, they say we can pay for the products, we can pay for the staff, keep the lights on, keep the utilities going. Therefore, this whole $50 commissionable volume, they pay out to us, all of it. 100% of the commissionable volume is paid through the system to us. How cool is that? So back to the numbers. What does this mean to you? Well, obviously, the bullseye is the target. Let's just say, though, that things don't go as planned and you're only like 50% effective. Well, we would still call you like a superstar, all right? And as a superstar at 50%, here's what it means. You're going to have 1,952 people in your organization. I will tell you, that is superstar status. Maybe things don't go quite that well. So let's just make you a star, all right? Let's just say you hit star at 20%, okay? What does that do for you? Well, you're going to have 780 people in your organization. And we'll talk about how much that earns you in a minute. I just want you to see the potential. So maybe for a while, you're what we would call a player, 5% effective. Now that means swing and miss 95 times out of 100. And you're going to have 195 people in your organization doing that. What does that do for you? Well, let's take a look. In the CTFO compensation structure, even as a player, this is worth $505 every month to you. I don't know what you're doing now to give yourself a $505 monthly raise, but ask yourself, what would you have to have in the bank, for example, to have $505 a month coming out to you? Or maybe you want rentals. So how much of a rental investment are you going to have $505 cash flowing to you over and above the insurance, the mortgage, and all the other stuff, maintenance? Just think about that for a minute. Okay, and then of course, star, what's that worth? Well, check it out. Even at swing and miss 8 out of 10 times, it's still going to be worth $3,510 every month. Very cool. That's like, for a lot of people, time to say goodbye to the job, right? So here's what we know. We know that you want to move yourself up the ranks. We'll talk about what that could be worth to you, but how do you do that? It takes a system. It takes knowing how to do this. And it takes what we call having wind in under your kite, so to speak, wind in your sails. Imagine you are wanting to fly a kite, okay? How do you get a kite off the ground? Easy. Start running. How long do you have to run? You have to run until hopefully wind can kick in and lift your kite up, lift you up. What is the wind? This is not being taught anywhere else. Two things. One, you've got to be willing to have some training. And the other, you've got to be willing and teach to be on what we call auto ship. In other words, be a product of the product every month, because that's how you actually trigger your downline pay in CTFO. If you're here, auto ship and training, let me show you what it's worth to you. 50% effective, okay? In CTFO, as this is being done right now, there's about 650,000 people in the company. That's still small, by the way. Big companies, billion-dollar companies have got millions of distributors. We're right there. You're right on the front end of a cool wave. 350,000 of those people are ordering every month because they want the products. Get yourself on auto ship, be plugged into the training. Here's what could happen to you. Superstar. What's Superstar going to be worth to you? Well, guess what? That's worth a $12,688 payday to you each month, but you won't get here if you're not doing this. And then the bullseye. What does the bullseye mean? Does it mean, wow, I did 100%? This is nothing if you embrace this. This will be small potatoes. And that small potatoes is $33,192 every month to you. What kind of a pay raise would that represent for you? All right, so that's it. Get on board. Training, smart ship, use the products, be a product of the product. We love you.